Hey, what's going on, guys? So, I watched Cosmos's video, okay? And I gotta say, it's just because I heal, it doesn't mean I'm being a toxic human being or a toxic player. But Cosmos, I want to send this message to you and to the people who think that you're supposedly so good. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, you improved on your spacing, but dude, that's it. Once everybody sees my side of you of your latency compared to mine, because dude, when I watch your latency, dude, it's bad, bro. And most of the people already seen your side. Well, let's take a look on my side, because on my side, dude, your net is way worse than anybody's that I've ever even fought. It's that bad. You may not think it is, but I just want you to like literally look, just take a good look of what what you say out of your own words, okay? Because if I was being like if I'm such a toxic player, then the only time that I really heal is when I have a disadvantage against somebody. And dude, I had a humongous amount of disadvantage against you. And that's the thing what people don't realize until I actually show the video. Now, some people won't care, and that's totally completely fine. Because myself, I care less as well. But I'm not gonna rambling on about this guy because I know what type of player I am. I know people don't like me, and that's completely fine because give I really don't give two shits. Okay, I really don't. I got my guys, people got their guys, whatever. I don't care, you know. And using icon shield and using this tally right here, let's just make this clear. I'm not a tourney player, and I do not care about being a tourney player in this shit game. I really don't. I don't care about this game. Do I love enjoy playing it? I do. But do I care enough to actually go into a tournament fighting and into a tournament with players? So no, I absolutely do not care. This stuff is putting in the game for a reason. I'm going to use the stuff in the game for a reason, and I'm just going to make that clear. This right here absolutely does nothing. And people say, well, if it don't do nothing, why do you use it? Well, it's because in some situations it can help you, but in 98 of the time, if you can't beat somebody that's using icon shield or blue dip, tally, but they have to say, "Oh, well, you're a bad player." It's not because I'm a bad player, bro. It's literally because your net is so garbage. Like it's just so impossible to even fight you. But on your end, it's way better because my net is completely more better than yours. Yours is not stable at all. I mean, it's not. That's the really sad thing. So so yeah, like I don't care who you are. Just stop complaining about the icon shield. Stop complaining about the blessed do tally. It you know, I mean, you're doing more damage. You're doing more damage from a weapon than what I think it's like. What five, like let's see, like icon shield does three, I think, and then the blessed do tally does like two, something like that. I don't know. It's something like that. It's like 7 HP generated altogether. It's something like that. But if you're going to complain about somebody using Icon Shield, then dude, maybe you should be the one getting off the game. Okay? Because I care less about being a tourney player. I care less about being the best player. I don't want to be the best player. Unlike you, bro, because you once said I'm gonna go be better than G9, dude. I swear to bro, you will never be better than him. The reason why you will not never be better than him because you have your net is too it's just too bad to even like be as good as him. You know, to be to be g- to be as good as him. You will never succeed. Surpass him. You just won't. Why do you think G and Still blocked you, bro? In that video, like 2 years ago, maybe a year ago, it was probably 2 years ago, where you and G were fighting each other with clean right. He ran away because, bro, your net is so garbage. I seen it on his side, and dude, you were literally hitting somebody from miles away, bro. Like you had like from Lance for an example, like here I am, dude. Here's you. You're literally hitting me like like a quarter of the extra length. Like, dude, like you take that's like the distance that you have, bro. That's the extra distance that you gain. And you don't realize that because you just you think from your own mind, but you don't believe what other players say about your connection. If it really has to come down to this, Cosmos, I will literally take off a week just to travel anywhere. You just name the place, bro. And we will be literally in another room with the same net. And I promise you, bro, you will not succeed. You will fail. You will absolutely fail, bro. I'm not a professional. I don't care about being a professional. Am I a good invader? Absolutely. I will say that I'm a good player. Am I a good duelist? I'm a mid duelist. Okay. I care about being fucking good. I mean, I do want to get good. I do want to be good, but I'm saying I don't want to be the best, you know? And with you saying that I'm healing and like, dude, you do the same. Everything that you're said in your video, you absolutely did the same thing. So how can you sit there and say stuff like that, but then you do it too? And dude, like I said, the only reason why I heal is because your net is just is complete bonkers, bro. I mean, that's all there's to it, you know. And don't judge somebody from their characteristic from a video game to real life. Because, dude, I'm a completely different person away from this game. This game is just what brings, the wicked side out of me. There's the difference between somebody, somebody's, uh, what is, what do you call it? Um, the characteristic from real life to a video game. There's a big difference in that. And I can just see how your characteristic is because you literally just go on and you just talk smack about everybody, dude. You're just a plain bully, and that's pretty sad, bro. I mean, you didn't have to say all that. You didn't have to, but you chose to because that's your characteristic, dude. That's exactly who you are. And I'm not saying nothing negative about you, but your net. But no, you literally have to bring into the picture about my characteristic as a human being. Like, bro, what are you talking about, bro? Like, I'm a completely different person when it comes out besides video games. When I call somebody, a pooper, with starts with an S because I'm not gonna cuss, because I'm actually not playing the game, you know. I mean, I cuss like a sailor, outside of the game, but I don't. I mean, I've always been that way. But you know, I mean, bro, just suck it up, dude. That's all. I mean, that's all I can tell you. Just suck it up. I sucked it up as well. So I mean, you're going to too. And I don't. I just don't really care about any of this at all. You know, I don't have a professional YouTube. I mean, it's It's just a YouTube channel, you know? It's just a YouTube channel. I mean, I play on a 65-inch Vizio. I don't have a monitor. Do I want to get a monitor? Can I get a monitor? Absolutely, I can. But I choose not to right now because, I really ain't got no space in my room, but, it is what it is, you know? I mean, I have all types of experience in technology. I fixed TVs for 5 years. I mean, I fix, dude, I fix phones, not for a long time, but I fixed several phones, I fixed computers and everything. So, I have a good mindset about technology, you know, and your connection is like where I have, a really good knowledge about it. It's just that your connection, dude, it's just buns, man. It's just buns. Like, and you'll see once y'all watch the video. But if I missed anything, I really don't care about this guy. I really don't. But you know, I'm just gonna let him ramble on. The guy's blocked. You know, and Cosmos, you're gonna stay blocked because you're just a toxic player that just literally wants to quote unquote expose everybody when when you think you're a good duelist and you're absolutely not. Your net is what carries you to be a good duelist. And let's be mindful here, dude. I'm in the United States. You're over here in Europe. There's a complete difference. Why do you think that tourney players don't have tournaments from the United States to Europe? It's all regions, bro. Like it depends on what region you're at. You don't see tourney players from America fighting European players because dude, it's just the connection. It's just not it's not good. You'll get connection. I mean, you'll get good connection towards other players because they have better net. Better internet. And this guy thinks he has like a god scaling S tier, you know, Wi-Fi piece of gold. No, dude, this guy has probably like an F minus. You know. Well, it's not probably. He does have a F minus piece of gold Wi-Fi. So so yeah, I'm gonna stop talking. If I miss anything, like I said, I don't care. I'm just gonna let y'all watch the video. I don't care that supposedly I got exposed like 12-0, whatever it was, but you'll see why that I kept losing to the guy. I wasn't really pissed off about fighting him. It's just that his net is just what drives me up the wall because majority of his hits and my hits shouldn't, majority of my hits should have landed. But the reason why he's hitting me, he's literally hitting me a mile away. And dude, like he's like literally like lagging, like bro, he's literally lagging. He's lagging and he's latent. Lag and latency are two different things. You know, if you're latent, which everybody has latency, but when you have lag into it, and with the range he has, with his extra length of his weapons, that's a big deal. That's a big deal. So yeah, I'm going to let y'all watch the video, and guys, I hope you enjoy. It probably ain't much, but I just want to show my point of view of how this guy's net is compared to my side. Because when I watched the video, I didn't lag. I was a little latent, but this guy's lagging, and you'll see. As I had to make one more thing that I forgot to mention this in the video. For everyone and anyone who calls me a G9 clone, I take that as a compliment. But I'm going to tell you and truthfully that I'm not even trying to even be like G9. Just because my fighting style and the way I dress has nothing to do with being a clone of. I'm fighting the way I fight. I'm not no Stilevsky clone. I'm not no G9 clone. But players call me that because I'm just that damn good. And I take that as a compliment. Like I really do. And people think it literally hurts my feelings or it makes me mad. Dude, it makes me laugh. And I really do appreciate that. I appreciate people calling me a G9 clone or a Stilevsky clone, whatever. But I get ideas from them. That's why they make content. That's why other players take their side of perspective and make their own characters because they are content creators, bro. Content creators. They've been around this shit for a long time. Who wouldn't want to take their point of view, their experience, people that enjoy the game, love the game, and put that into their play style? Who wouldn't want to do that? But like I said, I'm not trying to base I'm fighting with my own play style. They're showing their play style so that way you can get better. That's the whole that's the whole logic of being a content creator, dude. Like, what are these people on? It just literally blows my mind how people can think, but they just think and they don't actually want to think because they just want to speak their mind and don't think, you know? Like, I'm just gonna beat up straight up real. Like my tally inventory. This right here, these four specific ones, I did get this from G. I did. The reason why is because it's smart, dude. Everything else, I literally structured my own self because I want to take some of their ideas and then put it into my game, but I want to make it into a twist. I'm not basing, you know, you want to take their point of view and twist it. You don't, I mean, it'd be kind of silly taking just, a copy of their whole inventory and just exactly make it like theirs. Mine is nothing like that. Mine has a twist to it because I want ideas because, like I said, they've been around this game for a long, long time. I only been in this game actually, I only been PvPing for like 3 years now. Three and a half years. Yeah, 3 years. Exactly 3 years. I only have 3 years of PvP experience in any game. And for people to call me a G9 clone, a Stilusty clone, imagine what fucking like, well, sorry about the F bomb, but imagine like 3 years, like 6 years down the road when I have more experience. People already calling me this. Imagine what's going to be down the line. That's even if I'm around, I mean, I hopefully I'll still be alive, but I might just give up the channel. I might just give up, playing video games. I might not give up the channel, but I might just give up, playing Souls games. Who knows? But I'm just saying, if 4 or 6 years come down the line and people are already, supposedly exposing me, and I only got this type of little experience, imagine what that's going to look like down the line. I started Souls games back in 2015, but I'd never done online because I didn't want to. I have experience in the PvE part. I have experience in like that type of stuff, but I've never had experience in like spacing or anything until until a year after the game came out. I decided to get into PvP. So technically, I'm still like a baby, believe it or not. I only have 3 years of experience, and some of these guys on Elden Ring are in the same boat. Are they are some players better than me? Of course, because they go to Coliseum every day. They fight every day. I don't do that. I invade, bro, with only 3 years of experience. I don't go to Coliseum every day because it's so boring. Because if Coliseum is so boring to somebody because they just don't care about this game much enough to even really care. Do I care about losing? Absolutely. Do I care about or I think I said do I care about losing? Do I meant to say do I care about winning? Absolutely I do. Do I hate losing? I've always been that way. But do not replicate me as somebody as another person because that's not the case. This is a video game. I'm taking somebody's experience, somebody's perspective of of what they think is best to make you into a better player. Like I helped invade G the other day. I done a flaming strike and I watched his side of you, what he said. He literally said he shouldn't done the R2. He shouldn't, he had enough time to react. And he is absolutely right because you know why? Because I wasn't thinking like that. Because he knows he's been around the shit longer than I have, more than probably. Well, I think I don't know who, but between Steel and G, I think they've been around the same. But I'm taking his knowledge and put it into my head because like I said, and I'll keep saying it, they're YouTube creators, dude. Great YouTube content creators. Can they be a little on the I guess you could say the crying side? I mean, yeah, they can, but dude, that's just because they want to win, and I totally get that because dude, I'm like that. I'm like that, but I don't take it as them you know saying I'm like a bad player. It's because they're trying to teach, you know. And the only time that they call somebody bad players is either they're ganking them, or if they just have really bad connection, or they're playing unfair, or they're playing um like a pooper. That's the only time. But like if you're friendly fire, you know. But yeah, I mean that's what I want to add it into this video. It's probably gonna be an hour long video, but I have to rant on about this because this has been gone on for far too long. I think it's time for me to I think it's absolutely time for me to just get this out. Just get it off my chest. Because I'm not a G9 clone, and like my inventory, my weapon inventory, I've done all this myself. I've done this myself. I didn't get no ideas. I thought about this. I thought about, having an inventory like this. Like, dude, I can use like this, and if I want to go like to like, PSGS, and then if I want to, if I need to go back to my shield, then there I have it because I came up with that own idea. But as far as like my tally slots, like these four right here, I used it by his knowledge. Like if you look by mine and his, they're like my tallies are like so different than his. Now that there's a couple of things that I can twist around a little bit, but I haven't done it yet because when Tarn Edition comes out, whenever it comes out, I'm going to like change my tallies around. Not by much though, not by much. So I just wanted to get that off my chest. Stop comparing me to another player that I'm not. Just because that I watch their videos, I'm getting ideas from them, but doesn't mean that I'm exactly like them. All right, guys, I'll let y'all finish the rest of the video. Dude, get the fuck out of here. Yeah, I'm fat loading. God damn it. I don't see how the fuck I'm fat loading. Alright. Should have been a hit. Or at least a fucking tap. Oh my god, dude. Look at this shit. Yeah, dude, I don't got no fucking stamina. Dude, fucking net is so shit, bro. Dude, look at that range, bro. fuck on out of here, dude. Fucking dude, that's all you're doing is running. Dude, yeah, I mean, that's all he's doing, dude. and he's just like, I mean, look at that shit, dude. Like, golly, dude, your fucking net is so shit, dude. I can't even roll catch your. Like, dude, your fucking net is just so fucking shit, bro. Like, you just play so goddamn passive, and it's so fucking funny. Like, dude, look at this shit, dude. But all the tournaments that I watch, you know, I mean, look at this guy, dude. Dude, that should have been a fucking hit. But I'm not going against you. You're not even worth your against. Even though I did before, but you know. Like, look at your fucking net, bro. Like, literally running. Dude, look at this fucking shit. Dude, this fight would have been over with a long time ago, but it's fucking shitting at us. Dude, look at this fucking shit. Nice, incredible range cosmos.